Welcome back, everybody. I am Evan Bunn, and this is Not a Role Model Podcast. We're on episode 6, and we're looking at some fucking pretty funny shit. It's all from the internet, and it's pretty recent stuff, so let's hit it. This first one here, it's kind of sad, kind of funny, but let's see how you feel about it. These two parents, they created a Snapchat video on their daughter's phone, and this is because, as they say it, not my fucking words, she is a stupid ass thought. Oh my god. What the fuck? They found out that she was posting like a bunch of lewd photos, like a bunch of pictures of her ass, and like just close to nude or naked, I don't know, and even doing like the whole like private Snapchat thing, maybe. If you don't know what that is, it's like when girls, or I guess, no, I don't think even dudes don't have this. We're ugly, but fucking girls get like a private Snapchat, and then you can fucking pay like a subscription, like a goddamn subscription, like a Netflix subscription, and you just get to see Snapchats of like her naked. And they make money for that. People pay money for that shit. But she was doing like a bunch of quote unquote thought shit, and her parents found out and made a video shaming her and all the dudes following her. So a huge amount of shame in this fucking video. And I guess doing this, it can either go like one way or the other. Two ways. She'll either feel super embarrassed, so embarrassed that she won't do it anymore, and probably carry that embarrassment / shame for a while, and maybe end up not as close to her parents as she might have actually been. And the other way, the obviously more interesting way a little bit, but is that she completely resents them and becomes even more like what she was doing. That's a lot of people do that. You tell someone you can't do this, they want to do it even more. But she'll become better at she'll just become better at hiding it, better at being secretive. So it's pretty true. Being a very strict parent creates a very secretive child, and they become good at it. So I'm kind of leaning towards her probably being a little more bad, I guess you could say, and she'll probably rebel even more. But it's kind of like, it's not kind of, there's a story that kind of pertains to it, I guess. There's this girl around my hometown. She I'm not gonna say her name, but I feel like if you live around me, you know. If you know me, you probably know. There's this girl, she was at a party, she fucking blew a dude at a party, like, in front of, like, a crowd of people. And a bunch of people, like, not a bunch of people, like, one dude took pictures and, like, posted them on Instagram, and she took a fucking selfie, with the caption saying, I swear it's milk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. She said, I swear it's milk. And, it's obviously not fucking milk. Fucking disgusting. But, she probably got in a lot of trouble with like her parents, but she got in a lot of legal trouble because she was underage. And what did that fucking do? She did it more. She fucking created like a premium, that's the word, a premium Snapchat. So you had to get like a subscription for her, and she was like a fucking amateur porn star. But she I could kind of see that girl maybe doing that, maybe, because it was really cringy the way they did it. But yeah, public shaming by your actual parents, that's pretty close to crossing the line if it's not. But it's out there now, so we're talking about it. We can laugh a little bit about it. But moving on, this next bit, not gonna lie, it's fucking gross. It's a video of a bunch of guys hanging around. It looks like maybe a party. So the video is in the start focused on this dude sitting when another guy, his friend, comes over, drops his dip, his chew, into the guy who's sitting. He drops it right into his fucking mouth. Like he holds his lip out and it drops right into his fucking lip, and he just starts dipping it. That's fucking disgusting. And yeah, I know a lot of people think dip is disgusting, but even if you do dip, that's fucking disgusting. But just using the used dip is just so gross. Now, I myself have been to parties where people do something like this. My friends and I dared this one guy to drink dip spit, and the dip spit that it was on the table for him to do was still fucking warm from the guy who's spit in it, and he said yes. I don't remember what we said we would give him if he drank it. I think we might have just told him we'll do it because it's funny, and he fucking did it. He fucking drank it. It was fucking nasty. I had to fucking distance myself from the fucking room. It just makes me gag. And I've tried dip before. I've tried the long cut, the pouches. I've even tried Red Man, and even the camel snus. And really, the only one that isn't fucking disgusting to me is the camel mint snus or snoops, however the fuck you say it. I could handle that. Call me a pussy, whatever. I don't care. But the others are just fucking gross. I can't even stand the smell of wintergreen, because when I was a teenager, I used to do it, and I couldn't really do it very well. I couldn't even fucking do that little hand thing where you pack it. And so my shit was never packed well. I could never put it in the right place in my mouth, and so it would just get everywhere, and I'd end up swallowing it, and it would just make me puke. And so I was just a noob, so I can't even stand the fucking smell of it now. But and this was before vapes became a crazy hit. In my school, dudes would just take, if we call it a dipshit, they would just take dipshits, and you just go to the bathroom and take a quote-unquote shit for 30 minutes of the class, and you just put a dip in, and you just spit it all in the toilet. And so a lot of people do that with either the pouches, long cut, or a camel snus. A bunch of people at my school would do that. But so sometimes when you go in the bathroom, it would just smell like fucking wintergreen. But little side note, when vapes became popular, the fucking bathrooms basically became a goddamn vape shop. It just smelled like fruits, and was kind of hazy all the time. And one more funny little tip story. My fucking friend, we were hanging out way back when, and so we took a shot of liquor or something, but he had a dip in, a big, I guess you could call it a horseshoe dip, where it's just lined all the way around your fucking lip. And so we took some shots, and it did not agree with him, and it somehow, his dip got unlodged from his lips, and he swallowed the whole thing, and he was puking his guts out in seconds. It was, oh my god, I felt bad for him, but I was also laughing my ass off. And just when he fucking finally felt better, he fucking got up, and I was just laughing, and he eventually felt better, and he's just you're a fucking asshole for laughing. But oh well. That video, I think, is just fucking fucked up, and it has fucked up. It's drinking dip spit. So it's fucking gross. Let's just move on from that nasty ass shit. So this next story, I'm sure a lot of you have heard. A lot of you have heard it. At least seen it, but it's a pretty crazy and funny story. It's all over. It's the A$AP Rocky story. Happened in Sweden. A$AP Rocky was just he was being followed by these two dudes just walking on the street. They had been telling him, A$AP and his crew had been telling him to leave them alone, but these two guys just fucking weren't listening. They kept fucking pestering him and following him. So, and they weren't speaking English or Swedish, and whatever Sweden speak. I think it's Swedish, but at the moment, Sweden, and in the past, Sweden's taken on a lot of refugees, and a lot of crime has been committed since they've done that. And so these two dudes are probably part of the bunch who commit a lot of crimes because they were just following them. ASAP's crew kept telling him to fucking leave. And at one point, they've come up to this lady who actually speaks the same language as the two perpetrators, we'll call. And they try to get her to translate to them to leave them the fuck alone. We don't want any problems. Fucking stop following us. We don't want any problems. And she translates. But of fucking course, they don't listen. And they keep following them. So, okay. They have given them a fuck ton of warnings and chances. Tried to talk. Translated even. And told them to stop. These two guys following throw a pair of headphones, like over-the-ear headphones, like a fucking Beats by Dre. They chuck those at the bodyguard, and it actually fucking cuts the bodyguard. But he fucking keeps his cool. And suddenly, they're just walking, and the two kids, guys, they do something, and fucking A$AP Rocky and his crew just fucking tear into these two dudes. They just start fucking throwing haymakers, throwing kicks. At one point, you see A$AP Rocky actually throwing one of the dudes like a fucking couple feet. It's just a fucking throwdown, a big fight, and unfortunately, A$AP ends up getting arrested. I say unfortunately because I feel like A$AP is most likely just like helping his bodyguard and like himself and his crew. They were being fucking harassed by these two dudes. They were harassing him. It's sort of justified. I don't know how you would feel or what you would do if you had these two dudes following you and harassing you and you kept on giving them warnings. They didn't let up. They even throw like headphones at like your friend or like your wife or you, and it cuts you. What are you gonna do? Yeah, you're probably gonna fucking fight them. Get them to fucking leave you alone. So A$AP is in jail for this, and this past Saturday though, he was allowed to leave for the U.S. only to wait for the verdict in the U.S. So it's still on trial. So he's just at home. The rest has a looming verdict of the trial, and it's created actually a good amount of tension between the U.S. and Sweden. The U.S. actually fucking warned Sweden of the negative consequences between the two countries. And Trump even tweeted, "It was a rocky week. Get home ASAP, ASAP." God damn it. Jesus Christ, the fucking president tweeting about a rapper's release from prison. What is this world now? Jesus Christ. So Rocky's back, waiting the verdict, and we'll see how it plays out. This next segment, I guess it's got humor in it, but it's also pretty fucking mean and humiliating. This mother, she's fucking snooping around in her son's room, and yeah, fuck you. It's his room. You have a kid, he has a room. Fucking, it's his room. What are you doing snooping around? It's his personal space. You should be able to trust him enough so you don't need to fucking snoop around in his room. And if you can't trust him, you probably haven't done the best job. And like I said in the earlier ones, the more strict you are, the more secretive they're going to be. And definitely that last mom or parents, they definitely snoop all the time now. And it's just, parents need to fucking ease off a little bit. You should be able to trust them. So anyways, this mom snooped and found her teenage son's fucking pocket pussy. And some lube. Specifically, lube called Stroke It Right Jack Off Cream. That name is fucking hilarious. You couldn't just get a fucking normal named lube. I mean, for fuck's sake. That's the worst, but still a hilarious name. Oh my god. So this lady, this fucking mom, made a video of herself holding the pocket pussy, just shaming the fuck out of her son all over social media. That's just being an asshole. Fucking bitchy, real bitchy thing to do, especially to your fucking son. And throughout the video, this fucking bitch is just, it's like a minute long. She keeps squeezing and gripping the thing all weirdly and keeps referring to like her son using it, like, and keeps referring to his thing as, like, he's just putting his little penis in here. And it's just so fucking cringy and just, holy fuck, it's just so weird, gross. And she's just so mean and bitchy for that. Don't fucking shame people for that, especially your children. It's a pretty fucking normal thing to do. Fucking asshole. That bitch better, yeah, bitch, because she's a bitch. She fucking definitely probably has a fucking vibrator somewhere. Fucking hypocrite ass. Don't shame people for that shit. But for this last topic, it's no humiliation really. So it's a fight video. One of the fucking best I've ever seen on the internet. It seems like justice was served pretty well, but we'll see. I'll let you guys be the judge. The video starts off. It's night. It seems like it's on a street or a sidewalk outside of like a strip of bars, like just on the street, and one guy is on the ground just getting fucking blasted in the face. In the face, body hits with kicks, and just huge wind up kicks like this. So it's maybe a fucking a mugging, maybe a like let's take this outside situation, like from a bar, or but 2-on-1. Maybe he's just getting fucking jumped. So kicks in the face and everything. You start seeing in the background two dudes hauling ass to the fight. One guy's coming in with just a fucking wind up haymaker. The other guy fucking jumps. He fucking jumps up, does a fucking double footed mega kick to this dude's fucking chest. Dude goes fucking flying. I'm assuming the two guys who came in running were the friends of the man getting like jumped. So these three friends throw some fucking punches, knocks. The two asshole dudes they fucking fight back a little bit, but they eventually get knocked out, and that's the end of the video. And like the end of the video, it looked like the dudes, the three guys were walking away after knocking the guys out. So that's great, and honestly rare in internet fucking fights, because guys get rocked, knocked the fuck out, and when they're on the ground out cold, on the fucking ground, motherfuckers wind up like they're fucking Lionel Messi and kick them already an unconscious person right in the fucking dome. That's a bitch move. Bitch move. The amount of fucking brain damage you get for that shit must be immense. CD is fucking real shit. And fights like that all over the internet is just horrible, because those guys are gonna be fucked up after that. And I'm glad at least this fight didn't end up like that. Some guys helped their friends. So that's what's going on past few days. Definitely not a role model shit. Not a role model behavior. But thank you all for tuning in. Had a great time. Hope you did too. If you could, give the video a like and hit that subscribe button for more videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Adios.